Another day, another chance to limp out of the gym because the leg day was that freaking intense. So I'm actually kind of metaphorically hungry for this leg day because last leg day it was not that crazy, not that dazzling. It was pretty much just about like 7 or 8 sets of hamstring curls, and that was freaking it. It was not anything too crazy. So I think this leg day will be one for the books because we're going to be redeeming ourselves in a way from last leg day. And the main reason why we did that was because we were doing an hour of stairs for 3 days in a row, and so my legs were already freaking shot, like my quads especially, and then my calves I wasn't able to hit at all last week because they were just extremely sore all week. I did I did literally one rep of a calf raise on my back day, which was Monday, and my entire left calf seized up, so much so that like I had to drop to the floor, get into like a downward dog in the middle of the gym just to make sure that we weren't so it would actually heal, because it was like it's like if you just took the calf and you put it in its most contracted position and then it just stayed there. Like imagine that, like at the end of a super intense set, just staying in that contracted position at the very end. That's how painful it was. Like it was, so, you know, we ended up working out. We busted out the foam roller right after that. And it's funny because right as my calf started to seize up and I was getting into like a downward dog, just to get into the downward dog, my abs started to cramp up as well. So it wasn't only my calf, but it was my abs and then obviously my quads. So this leg day, I'm feeling freaking good today. We, got a great night's sleep, got a lot of work done this morning, and it's now 12:42, so it is freaking time. We had our first meal about 30-ish minutes ago, so we're gonna freaking make this leg day happen. But that being said, I don't know what's on the program as usual. Not usually like check the program way in advance and plan kind of guy. I'm more so just kind of go with the flow, see what happens, see what feels good. So yeah, that's the plan right now. But anyways, I think what we're going to be getting into is a little bit of probably leg extension, leg curl, inner thigh machine. I'm going to try out stiff leg deadlift today to see how it feels, because as y'all know, or if you don't know, I am recovering from a back injury. So I was doing hack squat a few months back and I just pushed it too much, like I went a little too heavy. And so my left lower back was super tight. My right lower back was already strained. And so, I pushed it a little too much and strained my left lower back. So now my entire lower back is freaking strained. Man, still have not been super good about icing at night. I will maybe like 2 or 3 times out of the week, but I gotta be a little bit more on top of that because, more healing the better. And then we'll be able to push more weight, gain more muscle, lose more fat, have more energy, and at the end of the day, help more people. That's really what this is all. That's what this is all about, in my opinion. So, yeah. So we'll be trying the stiff leg deadlifts today. We'll most likely be doing some sort of like walking lunge because I just freaking love them. Like you get like a crazy booty pump, you get a crazy freaking quad pump. And overall, I mean, I noticed whenever I stay on top of my lunges, my squat goes up. So any kind of compound movement where, any variation of squat, I should say, gets a lot stronger when my lunges get stronger. So I think that'll be a good alternative to squat, because I tried squat about 2 weeks back, went a little bit heavier than usual, and it wasn't my legs that held me up, it was my freaking lower back. So that's just a sign to me. I gotta take it a little easier with that. Probably just go for volume PRs, if PRs at all. Like I just want to make sure that, like, I should say it's a different kind of PR. Like it's a PR where I'm pushing it to where it hurts. It doesn't hurt. Like that's the whole thing, where it's like that brink of, okay, this is probably gonna start to hurt. I gotta hold back. Like we're gonna get to that line and then just hold back from there. But that's the freaking plan. Yeah, meditations have been freaking interesting. This morning was my third time doing this new variation of Transcendental Meditation. So before I was doing, kind of like the training wheels version of Transcendental Meditation, where I was doing like, I had a mantra for the inhale and I had a mantra for the exhale. But now I am doing just regular mantra, that's it. And then all we're doing is just effortlessly coming back to the mantra whenever it feels right. So that's kind of the game plan right now, and it's been working out great. I feel like my stress levels are a lot lower because I feel like I'm not forcing anything into existence, and I'm kind of just letting it happen as is. I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Kung Fu Panda, but there's this turtle who's like this master, and he basically is telling this other master, all right, like a peach tree can only, the seed for a peach tree can only grow into a peach tree. So why try to force it to be something else? So that really stuck with me, because it's like whatever we're into. Like if you're really into painting, go ahead with painting. Like that's all you. That is your thing. If you're really into bird watching, go into bird watching. Well, whatever you enjoy, that's as natural to a bird is to chirping, or like, as like a mammal is to like social interaction. Like you get what I'm saying, where it's like, there are just natural ways of doing things. Like for a flower, like the natural thing to do is to bloom. It's the same thing with all of this. So it's kind of like everybody has their own interests, everybody has their own passions. Like that is what's most natural to you. And so that's what I feel like this meditation really helps with, where it's like, it helps you come from this place of naturality, if that's a word, and just pure effortlessness. Like the whole point is not to force anything into existence. So if it feels right to come back to the mantra, then it feels right. But if it doesn't, then don't do it. So it's pretty freaking cool. But I've noticed concentration has increased tenfold. I mean, it's insane how much more concentrated I am. And then to the same degree, I feel like I'm a little more versatile with what I do, because like before I was kind of just a little bit blocked from, like mainly anxiety. Like I was like, what am I supposed to do in this moment right now? And then I would just think of a million different things. And then I would just kind of shut down because it was too many things to think of all at once, and I couldn't decide on one. But with not forcing, you kind of get into this rhythm of just not forcing anything into existence. Like you let whatever's natural to you happen. That's pretty much my latest endeavor, and it's been really fun, honestly. I've just been having a lot of fun with it. But anyways, it is time to go freaking crush some legs, so let's go do just that. Oh yeah, so that was a splendid leg day to say the least. Whew. Glutes are already feeling it from those lunges, but let's take this down just a little bit. All right, so let's see. All right. All right, so that wraps it up for quite the redemption of a leg day. That was freaking sweet. But anyways, got a little bit more to say, so I'll see y'all in the car. That is a freaking leg day, and a grueling one at that. That was freaking, whew, didn't seem like a lot, but it was definitely one for the books. I am gonna be freaking sore. I'm already a little bit sore, and if I didn't do the stairs after legs, I have a feeling I'd be even more sore, because there's something about just keeping the blood moving even after you push it to its absolute brink. And that's what we freaking did with stairs, especially since we did them after lunges, and we did 6 sets of lunges. So yeah, I'm giving myself a good pat on the back. That was freaking nuts. But yeah, we came and we conquered. That was a lot of fun too. There's something to be said about leg days, because I mean, 1, it's an entire half of your body, and 2, it takes a lot out of you, and actually 3, it just looks freaking cool. Like when you have a really solid leg pump, that just looks freaking sweet. And also, since I'm cutting down, it's going to be interesting to see how my leg changes. I even noticed after this leg day today, we checked the pump, and it's like my vastus medialis, or like the quad, like it's like the teardrop that you get, the part of your quad that's closest to your knee, that was just freaking popping. And it's pretty cool because it's like I just have a little bit less fat around there, so I get to see how it really pops. And with how my physique is set up, my legs are by far the last to lean out. So just seeing them lean out even a little bit, that's a freaking win. That is a win, to say the least. But yeah, great freaking leg day in the books. I didn't get it all on camera, but we ended up doing inner thigh machine to start with, then calves, then prone hamstring curl, and then leg extension, and we did those just as a superset. And then we did, what else did we do? Oh yeah, we just did freaking lunges and tib raises to end everything with. So that really, that was a lot of fun. I mean, it was freaking grueling, but it was a lot of fun. And I gotta say, from the stage pictures that I had last time for classic physique, I noticed that my glutes definitely need to be brought up. That is for freaking sure, because everything else just looks not so. I mean, my hamstrings pretty good, quads pretty good, but my glutes are definitely behind on both of those. And I even noticed I did like a powerlifting meet. This was 2022, so we're coming up on 4 years ago. Dang, that's crazy. I did one powerlifting meet just to see what it was like, just to try it, do it for fun. And the one thing that was holding me back was when I would go for bench, my glutes weren't that big. And so, and I have a pretty crazy arch when I'm doing like bench in general, especially if I'm doing like a powerlifting style, like Golden Gate Bridge kind of bench. That's when it gets freaking nuts. But yeah, so that was the one thing holding me back, was just my glutes weren't big enough. And so I just kept getting red lighted. And I don't know if y'all know how powerlifting competitions work. You probably do if you're watching this video and you're in the fitness space, but you have to have like a certain form, or you have to have like everything needs to check the boxes as far as your form goes and how you perform the lift for you to get all white lights. And all white lights is great, but if you get even if you get 2 out of 3 red lights to white light, then it's not a good lift. Like, you have to get at least 2 white lights out of the 3 lights. So there were a couple lifts I was getting 2 red lights, but then the third one, it was 2 white lights. So I still barely passed, and that was just because my glutes weren't on the bench. So needless to say, I definitely need to grow my glutes, and I think doing stairs every day, 30 minutes, has really been helping that growth. I mean, it's just constant tension, so you're just telling your body, my glutes need to grow. And so that's where we're landed right now. That's how I'm feeling about stairs. I mean, it was super tough to do it right after lunges, but man, it's freaking worth it. If we are growing our glutes as much as possible, that's a good sign. That is a good freaking sign. But anyways, gonna head home, get a meal in, get a meditation in. I might even help my lady with, she has like her own mail club. Shout out Maya's Cozy Mail Club. I am going to be probably helping her out with some of the orders, because it's just a lot of like manual labor. Like you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. Like you're writing addresses, or you're putting the various items in the envelopes. You know, it's just kind of like tedious tasks like that. And she has quite a bit of subscribers, so we gotta. So if she needs the help, I'd be happy to help. But if not, then I'm gonna get a meal in, meditate, and then I'm gonna get back to work. We are gonna probably upload the rest of the videos, right, and then get a few videos in as far as like long form goes, because that just feels freaking right. That just, I don't know, you know. So anyways, y'all, I will see y'all tomorrow for good old-fashioned chest day. Freaking looking forward to it, because I need to grow my chest as well. That is definitely on the docket, so I'll see y'all tomorrow for that.